Hi and welcome back to my channel, Just Booking Around. My name is Amber and today I am going to be sharing with you my June wrap up. I read lots of books this month, so it's a fairly big pile. As such, I'm only going to go into detail with the books that I didn't do videos for. So there are a few books that I already did video reviews for that I will just link those videos below and you can go and check them out, but I will just share with you the title and the score that I gave them, and then if you want to know a little bit more details about it, you can go and check out that video. So the first book I'm going to share is Every 15 Minutes by Lisa Scottoline. This is an adult mystery fiction. So if you're interested in mysteries, this would be a fun book to pick up. She has written a lot of mysteries, so there's a lot of options to pick with her books that she has written. So anyway, I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. Go check out that video and see what I had to say about it. The next book is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars, and this is another fun, cute book, and that video is really fun. There's some food involved, so go check that out. The next book that I did a video for is Me Before You by JoJo Moyes. This I gave a 3 out of 5 stars. Again, go watch the videos so you can understand and get kind of an idea of what I thought about the book and why I gave it a 3. And last but not least, because I read that book and I wasn't in love with it, I thought I would read the next book and see if maybe it would make it better or redeem it a little bit. So I picked up After You and read it, and I gave this a 2 out of 5 stars. Oh, sorry. I did not enjoy this, and I think a big portion of that has to do with the fact that I do not like Luisa's character, and so it's ruined the books for me. And so anyway, go check out that video and see what I had to say about it if you are interested. Okay, so those are all the books I already did videos for. This will be the books that I haven't done any reviews or discussions on. So the first books that I read this month were actually the 2 final books in the White Rabbit Chronicles by Gena Showalter. Book 3 is The Queen of Zombie Hearts, and book 4 is A Mad Zombie Party. This is a spin-off of the Alice in Wonderland movie, or it's supposed to be. I really wouldn't consider it that. So if you're looking for a book or you're thinking it's going to have more of an Alice in Wonderland spin-off, it really doesn't. This is a story about a girl named Allie whose family gets in a car crash and dies. She goes and lives with her grandparents, goes to a new school, and there she meets up with a whole group of new kids that are zombie slayers, and she falls in with them and learns to be a zombie slayer, and what that all means with the death of her family and how that ties in with her. There's also a love story between her and Cole, which I'll tell you right now, Cole is like my fictional man crush at the moment. Just a little tidbit right there. Too bad it can't be real, right? Okay, so back to the book. This is a fun story. There is a lot of love scenes and love moments, so if that kind of makes you uncomfortable, you may not like this book because of it. They are a little graphic and detailed, but if you enjoy that kind of thing, then you may like reading the story. So anyway, White Rabbit Chronicles, the final 2 books. Next book is The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. This is a story about a girl named Megan who finds out that she is half fairy and half mortal. Her mortal half brother gets kidnapped by the fairy world, and so it's about her going there and trying to find him and bring him back. In the process, she finds out more about the fairy world and what that means to her and who she is, and about the powers. There is a love story in there as well, and then again she gets to find out more about what's going on in the fairy world. There's a war going on there and contention, so there's a little bit of several different aspects going on in the book. So this is a good book, and I'm reading book 2 next month. Next book is Fallen by Lauren Kate. This is a story about a girl, well, I gave this a 5 out of 5. This is a story about a girl named Luz who gets sent to a reform school. There she meets up with a new group of friends and she meets Daniel. Daniel is someone that she's extremely drawn to all the time. She's constantly just wanting to go talk to him and be around him and find out what this internal desire is to be with him and be near him. However, he has zero interest in her and he pushes her away and he's kind of mean to her. But on the other hand, she's starting to notice that it seems more as a facade and that he isn't really genuine. His behavior is a little conflicting. So it's kind of about her story and why Daniel and her are drawn together and he's trying to push away. There is a reason behind all of that. And I love this story and I thoroughly enjoyed it and I cannot wait to read the next book. My next book is Shatter Me. And this I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. This is a story about a girl named Juliet who has these abilities that if she is either touched or she touches them, it shocks them and can kill them. So there's, of course, a bad guy that wants to exploit that ability. His name is Warner, and he wants to use it for his own benefit to help further his cause. And so this is a story about her trying to escape from him. One of his soldiers is named Adam, and Juliet grew up with Adam in school and was, kind of from a distance liked him. And so there's a love story that develops between the two of them and then them trying to get away from Warner, and there's more backstory with her abilities. So it's a really great story, and I will be reading book 2 next month as well. The next book is Wither by Lauren DeStephano. This book I gave a 3 out of 5 stars. I wasn't in love with the characters. So again, if I don't like a character, it's probably going to make or break me on whether I'm going to like the book. This is a story about a girl named Ryan who is captured and sold to be a bride to Lyndon. In this world, the kids only live to be a certain age, so the girls only live to be to age 20 and the boys only live to be to age 25, so they get married fairly young, they start having families early. There's a part of the world that's in really deep poverty and poor, and then you've got the rich people, which is where Lyndon falls into. So this is just a story about her trying to escape from Lyndon and that life, and so she can get back to her twin brother who was left behind, and he has no idea what has happened to her. So it's about her trying to get away from him. I didn't like Ryan's character because I felt like she didn't live up to the whole I need to escape and get the crap out of there. There were moments where she could have exploited conversations with Lyndon, I feel, to help further that cause. Lyndon is very naive and a little bit spineless. That's how I would probably describe him. His dad controls everything in that household. He's a doctor and he's trying to find a cure. And he has a very, very tight grip on Lyndon and everything that goes in the home. So there's that side of the conflict too. There are also 2 other girls that were sold into the marriage and what's going on with them. So I gave this a 3. Wasn't totally in love with it, but I may still try to read book 2 and see if maybe it makes it a little bit better. And the last book I read this month is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. I'm struggling with some books this month. This one is a story about a girl named Clary who finds out there's a whole other world out there, mythical world that has demons and vampires and werewolves and warlocks, and there's a group of them called shadow hunters that fight off these demons and try to keep some peace within this realm. Her mother at the very beginning of the story gets kidnapped, and so she spends the rest of the story trying to figure out and find her mother. This is where she learns about this mythical world and all the creatures that are in it and who she is, who her family is. She discovers, maybe the people in her life weren't necessarily who they presumed to be or portrayed to be. So there's that part. There's love stories in here that are interesting. I am going to be doing a video on this book. A little teaser has to do with this and Harry Potter. So that's all I'm going to say about it. So you'll come back and check out the video. I'm really excited. I already started book 2 of this because I'm hoping maybe it'll get better for me. And I'm a little over halfway through, and it's okay. It still moves slow for me. So go check out the video when I post it. I will give a lot more details as to my thoughts into why I gave it a 3 and the whole Harry Potter connection. So that wraps up the books for the month of June. What did you guys read this month? Put that down in the comments below. I love to see what some of you have been reading, or even what are you going to be reading next month. As always, I will link the other videos down in the description so you can reference them if you'd like to know more about my thoughts on them. Whew. Okay, that is the wrap up. I will hopefully be doing a few more videos soon, so you'll have some other things to look forward to. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, click the subscribe button below, and I will be seeing you soon. Have a beautiful, wonderful day wherever you are in this world, and I will be seeing you. Bye!